Hey there, I'm Team Behavior Expert Josh Shipp. Today I'd like to discuss the behavior and patterns associated with alcohol and drug abuse and how to help a kid with a potential addiction to drugs or alcohol. First off, I want to explain how addiction to drugs and alcohol works. First of all, kids start to use drugs out of curiosity and typically to have fun. Then kids continue drug use to stop feeling bad. Drugs and alcohol warps dopamine production. The dopamine is sort of the happiness chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. So when your kid uses drugs or alcohol, their dopamine levels get drastically altered. And in many cases, the only way they can get dopamine to be produced is through drug and alcohol use. Many addicts would say things like, I can't imagine having fun without drugs. And they're right. The natural pleasures in their life are sometimes no longer enjoyable. And when that happens, then it moves to this phase. Kids using drugs simply to feel normal. Now, this is all about brain chemistry. The kid needs the drug just to return to levels of normalcy. This is how drug addiction works neurologically. Now, as a parent, here's what you need to do. If your kid is addicted to drugs or alcohol, things obviously must change. Parents need to change the natural parenting role with a kid who is addicted. You should no longer see yourself as a caregiver, but rather you need to see yourself as a landlord. Here's what I mean by that. When a mom or a dad has instincts to care for the kid, wash their clothes, clean the room, give them money, these sorts of things, a teen who is a potential drug addict will actually take advantage of this parental instinct and use this, quote, weakness to get what they want, meaning to get more money out of you, to get bailed out of trouble, these sorts of things. So in this shift in roles, seeing yourself as a landlord and not as a caregiver, this prevents you from enabling your kid to continue their addiction. The landlord approach keeps things more manageable. So this is going to include clear written boundaries with non-emotional consequences that are executed in a matter-of-fact way. Right? Think about it. If a landlord has a tenant that has broken an agreement, the landlord simply executes a plan of action to demand change. So here is what you should do. Here's what you should do. Simply draw up a contract like a landlord would. I'll attach a sample somewhere on this page for you to use as inspiration. Now, this is really, really important that a contract is written up in advance, non-emotionally, when things are not sort of spiraling out of control. This should be done when there's sort of a calm downtime with you and with the kid. Now, here's an important thought, is that nothing will work unless there are clear consequences. You need to have consequences that are fair, that are clear, that are predetermined, and that are delivered with compassion. Now, I've used this contract with parents with pretty good success. It might seem heartless, to see yourself as a landlord instead of a caregiver or as a parent, but it's not. It's tough and it's fair, and most importantly, it's effective in keeping parents away from enabling, and what it does is positions you to truly help your kid understand the consequences of drug or alcohol use while they're getting the help they desperately need to get clean and to get sober. This is the bottom line of what you're doing, because after all, that is your ultimate goal as a parent, is a clean and sober kid equipped with healthy decision-making skills so they can make the right decisions for themselves. This is so drastically important, so critical, because the bottom line is sometimes as parents we enable and love our kid in a situation, and what we don't do is hand the problem back to the kid. So some of you watching this video, your kid is making the decision to use drugs. Your kid has that has that problem, but you take it on yourself, and you're the one having the problem instead of the kid. And so through this contract that you're going to use and you're going to implement, what this does is this helps you hand that problem back to your kid. So they really feel the weight of the decisions that they're making, so they will be naturally motivated to change. All right? This is their responsibility. You can help them with this, but this is ultimately their life and therefore their responsibility. Good luck to you.